Hello, movie lovers. It's Bob. This is Bob from Toronto, the Canadian guy. One of the Canadian members of the Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film. And I'm here today to talk about King James 24-hour marathon and to take off on Ryan Chataway's 24-hour marathon. And I think King James, just a shout out to Ryan, telling him to fuck you. It's all in jest though, it's all for fun, so. But anyway, let's talk about the two movies that Jay gave me to watch. This is Jay's pick for me. Now Jay's two picks are Risky Business and Rocky 2. Now, so let's start with Risky Business. Tom Cruise. A young guy, Tom Cruise, in a big fancy house. His mom and dad are going away for the week. We'll call it a week. And they're going off somewhere, the both of them together, and leaving him home, right? So yeah, he's six. What would he be? 16, 17? How old are you when you get ready to go to college or university or whatever? Anyway, he's home, right? He's having a TV dinner for supper, a frozen TV dinner, right? Yeah, and he's going to go to college, university, gnawing down on a TV dinner. Not too bright, eh? But anyway, yeah. So him and his buddies now. He's got a few buddies, right? And they're all ugly, right? So they're all smoking cigars and sucking back beers and playing cards and stuff like that, right? So then he's in this house, right? He's home, of course, right? So what does he do? His buddies, they're fooling around, phoning up these places and all right, call girls and this and that, right? So anyway, he's gone, he's home, he's playing with himself, right? Tom Cruise. So he gets a bright idea. He's going to call up this number, right? So what happens? He calls up this number and this girl comes over, right? Nice looking young girl, right? So here he is. He's about, 17. And he's pounding away in his broad for a few hours. I mean, he's not doing too bad for a 17-year-old kid, right? He's really giving it to this girl, right? He's giving her the old boom, 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 right? I'm saying that's pretty good for a 17-year-old guy. He's lasting 3 or 4 hours. Anyway, the thing is, the girls are there, right? They get up, and they turn around, skip ahead a few hours. They turn Tom Cruise's house into a brothel, right? He's making money. He's figured out, he's making all kinds of money. These girls are there, right? And they're making all kinds of money. They buy an extra mattresses, and they're putting them in his house and having all these rooms, and it's a hen house, right? So he goes off and he's off in the restaurants telling his friends at school and everything, how much money it would cost him, how much money did you pay to go out on a date with your girlfriend? And they're saying, $40, $30, $40, $60, right? And he goes, see, you could have spent $60 and you could have got some already. So anyway, he's up there drumming up business, right? So by this time, right, there's girls showing up at Tom Cruise's house, right? Nice looking young ladies, right? There's got to be a lot of them. Well, I didn't know there were so many hookers out there, but they're filling up his house. He's making money hand over fist, right? It's a great time for everybody, right? He's having fun, right? They're all having fun. There's cars parked all over the front of his house. There's people out there singing and dancing and drinking beer. They're having a great time. Anyway, it's one of those movies where, yeah, you check your brain at the door, right? Your coat and your hat and your brain, you check it, right? You put it in the checkout. Because in real life, this would never happen, right? So it's one of those, I call it like a fun movie, make-believe movie, what-if movie, one of those kind of movies. But, really, I haven't seen this movie in, a long time. But it's a fun movie. It's very enjoyable. It's a laugh. You get a laugh, especially the end of it. The end of the movie, I ain't telling you about the end of it. But it has to have an ending, right? And his mom and dad have to come home, right? Yeah, so there you go. But I enjoyed it. I had a good, fun time watching it. Like I said, I haven't seen it for donkey's years. Tom Cruise. I don't know, what was Risky Business? His first movie? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know if it was his first movie or not. I didn't I don't remember. Anyway, let's talk about the other movie that Jay gave me to watch, and the other movie was Rocky 2. Yeah, of course, Rocky won Best Picture, right? So this is a couple of years later. Rocky 2 shows up at the theater, right? What's going to happen in this movie? Like, how's this going to work out, right? So, Rocky has a rematch with Apollo Creed. That's the whole basics of this, right? But in the beginning of the movie, right, they're both, they're both fighting in the rink, right? And it comes to an end. And really, the champ won, but he didn't think he won, right? Did he win or didn't he win? So he's like that. Rocky goes, don't worry about it, right? Don't worry about it. Rocky did a pretty good job, right? Holding his own for what, 15 rounds? So yeah, so now Apollo, it doesn't go well with him. He wants another fight. He wants another fight. He thinks that he won, and he wants to prove to everybody that Apollo Creed won this fight, right? And Rocky's going, no, it's okay, right? Rocky doesn't want to have another fight. He wants to not fight no more. His wife said, Rocky, don't fight no more, right? Be a gentleman. Get a job with a suit on, work in an office, right? Get paid that way. That sounds pretty good. Sounds good. Rocky wearing a suit, right? So anyway, he goes around, tries to get, he got money. Of course he got money, right? So what does he do? He puts a down payment on a house, which is a very good idea, right? He buys a car, which is not a bad idea. Buys some clothes for his wife. Everything's going great, right? But sooner or later, right? Like the money, right? You can't just keep putting money out the door and not getting any money back in. So he gets a job, right? He goes looking for a job. Now, what's Rocky gonna do, right? He's a digging hole guy, right? He digs trenches. So anyway, he gets a job working in a meat factory, hanging cows and cleaning up and sweeping up and stuff. So what happens, right? Yeah, he gets laid off. There's not enough work for everybody. So last in, first to go, right? So he's downstairs. What's he gonna do? What can he do to make money? What can Rocky do to make money? Let me see. Let's see now. What can he do? Oh, he's a fighter, right? He fights. Yeah. So what does he do? Of course, he'll fight Apollo Creed. He's going to do it. He comes back to fight Apollo Creed, right? They're going to do it again. So what happens? It takes all this time to build up to the end for this boxing thing. Rocky goes through all the training, the running, punching bags, punching this, and all this stuff, right? And it's action. It's something's always going on, right? The pump, fists are pumping and everything. And he gets into the ring, right? And it's like, man, oh man. And sure enough, what happens? He's getting pounded. Rock, you're a bum, Rock. No. Anyway, that's from the other movie. But he's losing. He's losing badly. He looks friggin' a mess, man. The friggin' blood's going everywhere. Rock, we're throwing in the towel. No, don't do it. I know what I'm doing. So the thing is, as most of you know, and if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you the ending of it. But this whole movie builds up for an ending, right? It has to have an ending. Somebody's going to end. It's going to be all over with this one, right? So the fight's on, Rocky's there, Apollo Creed's there, everybody's in the rink? No, that's not right. Arena? They're all cheering and everything, right? So the whole place is going nuts. Somebody's got to win the fight. Yeah. And that's basically what this movie's about. We've seen it all before. We'll see it again, some other movie and someplace else in time. We've seen it all before. Right? But it's a great movie. Nothing wrong with Rocky 2. There's nothing wrong with Rocky either. Even though in Rocky, the original, like the Rocky, the one that won the Best Picture, yeah, some of those Rocky things, like in that movie, yeah, I've seen them before. There's a lot of movies we can all watch and talk about that we've seen that before. But yeah, Rocky 2, very good movie. I like it. What would I give it? Not that I rate these movies when I'm talking about them, when people give me movies to watch, but I give them both a 7. Rocky 2 is a very good movie to watch. It's a fun movie. It's what happens right when you think that you can get a job and look after your wife and buy a house and nobody wants you. You can't find a job, and the only thing you know how to do is punch somebody in the head. So there you go. I give it a 7. And Risky Business, I give that a 7 too. It's a fun movie. You get to see a lot of pretty girls, but that's about it, right? So it's okay. Nothing wrong with either one of those movies. I enjoy both of them. Thank you, Jay, for your picks. And thank you, King James, for the 24-hour marathon. And fuck you, the Ryan Chataway. Am I saying his name right? Anyway, boys, I'll talk to you later. Keep watching those movies and stay safe.